What's up guys, TJGuyKings89 here, back with another review for you guys. Today we have got part 2 of the Love Park OG pack, and for the first part we reviewed these, oh sorry, not these. We reviewed these, the Keyless One OG, where's the left pair? But I got the right pair. So we reviewed these in great detail, so let's review the second part of the video. So let's review the second shoe of the installment of this video of the Love Park pack, and you've got the DC Williams OG, and this is the black, gray, red colorway, which kind of also matches with the black, gray, red colorway of the Keyless OG. Now, yes, if you watch my other video, you know that I have made videos of these separately back in November 2019. But somehow things happened, video never got edited, never got released and whatnot. So this is one of the most iconic colorways of the DC Williams. Obviously the next one is the gray yellow pair, but this is the pair that you see him wear a lot, obviously, with the navy white colorway that also released in the 2022 pack. And it's just one of those crazy murdered out shoes that is actually surprisingly pretty lightweight for its time. And this, I remember when I released the Williams in the white gray colorway, one of the comments that I received was that this shoe looked very similar to the Iverson 4, the Answer 4, sorry. And from this colorway you could probably tell that it looks pretty damn close to the Answer 4. So this is the Williams OG. Now this shoe, this specific colorway, has one of the best materials that I think DC has for the 2019 era. The next one probably being the Gucci pack, and then the Pop Trading Company. Should have doubled up on those Lynxes. But this has one of the best leather uppers ever on a Williams OG. The others had the 2022 double pack. The navy one had a short-haired nubuck that felt synthetic, but this is actual leather, and it is pretty damn smooth, and it looks pretty nice when you run your fingers across it, making up most of the upper. The yellow colorway had a gray suede, so this is obviously my preference of materials in shoes. Plus the gloss kind of makes it look like a Prada shoe, like the Dill shoe, the BVS Dill. So let's go into the materials. This is basically a material that DC was using heavily for the Lynx, the Keyless. What other shoes were they using with this material? I think the Clockers, no sorry, the Clockers were using a thermothane rubber toe cap, but this is the Pal AB toe cap, and it's one of the biggest panels ever on a toe cap, and this material is extremely durable, and as you can tell, it's pretty textured, so it won't exactly it doesn't exactly perform like suede, but it holds up to grip tape abrasion very well. And I'm glad they used this material in the retro version of this Williams OG. Making up most of the toe and the side of the shoe is that premium black leather that I love so much, and it's pretty damn soft and pretty glossy, as you can tell. On the middle there you've got the DC Williams logo, sorry, just the DC logo in this plastic material, and that obviously will wear and crack over time. On the top here you only have one external lace loop, and it's made up in this plastic material. Because you have internal lacings, as you can tell, the red parts inside the shoe are the internal lace loops, which help prevent from grip tape abrasion. On the toe you've got a synthetic gray, which is perforated, and on the middle there you've got a strip with DC logo, with the DC logo rubberized in red at the bottom. Going over to the heel part of the shoe, you've got this neoprene lycra mesh material, which makes up the gray version and provides a nice little color break to the shoe. On the heel, you've got the same black leather and a DC logo strip running up from the bottom to the top of the heel, and at the top you've got the DC logo in gray, the star logo, sorry. On this side you have the exact same thing as you do this side, except on this side you have this Jordan 12-esque DC logo here, and it's not apparent on this side of the shoe. For the collar, you've got a thinly padded tongue, which you guys are probably surprised to hear. The Williams OG does not feature one of the most bulkiest padding. The only bulk that you get is actually from the tongue, which you can see there is like a pillow. You've got red behind that tongue. For the tongue, let's just talk about the tongue. You've got this black material with open mesh. And wait, I think I talked about the tongue already, but I didn't mention up that black part of the mesh that's just there. You get black laces with no different sort of lace tips. These are black oval laces and no extra laces for this shoe as well. That black, the red part behind the tongue, and which was, oh yeah, I was talking about the heel of the shoe. So the heel of the shoe is actually bulky because of this external tongue-like design, which is actually the supposed to be a heel cup, which kind of adds just the comfort to the Achilles, and that's the reason why like this part of the collar is not so heavily padded. This does look heavily padded, and it does feature an internal heel counter, but this poofy part right here is just to add comfort. And it is actually one of the design flaws for the Kalis OG Retro, because of this, which used to be a little bit heavier and a little bit more sculpted or padded. You kind of have a lot of heel slippage going on in the shoe, and I think Golden Era Collector tried to skate his Retro Kalis OG, and it was just terrible. But this shoe, you need to lace it up all the way here. This probably doesn't apply for future models because I don't think the Williams is getting another Retro, but you actually need to lace it up all the way up to the top of the shoe so that you can actually draw that heel in, and you don't get so much heel slippage happening from the inside of the shoe. For the sock liner, you have got a red sock liner with a DC logo in the heel in black. You probably cannot see that, and I hope you do, if you can see that. Going over to the midsole and the outsole of the shoe. The shoe is a cup sole construction, obviously, and you have this interesting extended runner toe going up on the front of the shoe. For this part, just to let you guys know, this is actually foam material, but it's textured. So this is actually one of the reasons why this shoe grips the grip tape so well. You just got to give it a little bit of break-in time. So this foam is most of the part of the shoe that will actually be making contact with the grip tape along with this front side of the shoe. You just got to wear it in, and as soon as it kind of fluffs up just a little bit, it will actually be able to catch the grip tape pretty damn well. On the heel side, you can kind of see the design kind of flowing from the upper to the heel, and you can see those lines, and it kind of matches the heel portion of the shoe, and that is that very nicely dense polyurethane material that makes up most of the cushioning, and these lines obviously go to the back and continue to the other side. For the outsole, this is that checkerboard pattern that I call this a checkerboard pattern. Apparently it's not. When Stevie Williams was pushing on his skateboard, and for most of his shoes, this the reason, the theory all had this kind of like an outsole pattern, and despite the pattern being so aggressive and it looks textured and looks rippy, this is a shoe that you're going to have to wear for a good amount of time just to kind of break in the rubber, because they start out really slick, but as you wear them over time, they start to grip and they actually perform pretty well on your skateboard. So if you actually have this shoe in the future, if you actually happen to buy it for resale, you're gonna have to just wear this down just a little bit before you actually start skating it. So you've got like this interesting mix of gray and black and this kind of like half of a pill pattern with these lines, and this actually helps with the flexibility of the shoe. For this heel part, you've got the pill pattern in that gel, and that is actually not a cushioning system. Apparently this shoe is just relying on this foam midsole that we have here, and it's done up in red. You can see the DC Shoe Company USA done up in red with the pill pattern behind there. And for the heel of the shoe, you've got a little bit more textured and lines with the DC logo in the heel in red. So that is the second part of the installment of the DC Love Park Pack. Obviously this is not the Love Park double box, but this is also called the Love Park Pack. So for the first video you had the Kalis OG, and for the second video you now have the Williams OG. And this is a shoe that obviously I love very much. I'm a fan of Stevie Williams, and yeah, happy to re-review this shoe with you guys. Obviously I didn't release the initial video in 2019. I'm very sorry for that, and I'm very sorry that we're now actually reviewing this in 2023. The date of this video is actually 24 September 2023. So happy to review these two specifically for you guys. I am very proud and very happy to have these in my collection, on top of the other Williams OGs and Kalis OGs that I have. So with that being said, this is your boy TJ Got Kicks 89. This is the Williams OG, done up in that murdered blackout colorway. Pop, shove it, reverts all day.